It's Destination Scotland next as we get an introduction to a new sport that claims to be one of the fastest growing on the planet. Mark Webster investigates.
Originating in Scandinavia, Racketlon is more than just a sport. In fact, it's 4 sports rolled into one.
Racketlon is a triathlon plus for racket sport players. It involves playing table tennis, squash, badminton and tennis against the same opponent. 1 set in each sport, playing straight after each other. The sports are played in that order because it goes from smallest to largest court size, so from table tennis, squash, badminton, tennis.
Playing a set in each discipline, the scoring system is a point to play, first to 21, or 2 points clear thereafter, wins the set. However, the accumulative score over the 4 sets determines the overall winner in a Racketlon match.
All your points are added up, and at the end of the match, the person is the winner with the most points. It doesn't matter how many sets you lose, just the person with the most points.
With every point counting, if you can chase all the balls down at everything, then you're going to do much better. But kind of mentally as well, it's very different from playing any of the sports individually, because you've got to really think, well, maybe I'm not going to go for that shot, because if I lose the point, it's gone, you can't get it back.
Played in quick succession with just 3 minutes warm-up allowed before each set, the quick-fire format and point system ensures a consistent intensity to each match. In the event of all scores tied after the 4 sets have been played, things get very tense.
If it's a draw, you play what's called a gummy arm, which, as it sounds, is not a very nice experience. It's basically 1 point at tennis, and you only get 1 serve, so it's not necessarily a bonus to serve. Very sudden death.
An important aspect of Racketlon is each individual player's profile across the 4 sports.
It's good to know your opponent's strengths in each sport before you play, because you know sort of how much leeway you have. So if I knew my opponent was sort of weak in badminton and tennis, if I had a good lead going into the squash, then I could maybe relax a little. But if I knew there were strong tennis players, I'd have to make as much of a lead as possible so that I had a good chance. Like Sarah, for example, I know that going into the tennis I need to be 15 or 16 points ahead of her going into the tennis, because she'll beat me sort of 21-5 or 6.
With the number of players on the world rankings list having doubled to 1,000 by the end of 2004 and a 12-stop world tour in operation, Racketlon is certainly enjoying a surge of interest from other racket sport players.
Magnus Gustafsson, tennis player, Stefan Edberg, Rebecca McCree, she's top 10 in the world in squash, and Jan-Ove Waldner is supposed to be playing next year after he retires from table tennis, so hopefully those names will increase the profile a little bit.